You're the hero of Melsenshire. I've heard all about you. Private Eyeless Ilver at your service. Don't have much for supplies, but you're welcome to them. We've survived 2 night raids, but we lost our healer and our weaponsmith in the confusion. And don't even mention the mercenaries. I'm skilled with a bow, but not enough to defeat an entire band of Tuatha, and there aren't many others who can fight. I like where I am and what I do, and I have no interest in changing. Made the mistake of changing things once, but one can always change things back. We are in need of healing.
Hello? Are you here to relieve me or not? It's refreshing to find a person who loves what they do so much. I heard he was promoted once, but then found a way to get demoted. Anyhow, Ilver's a good man, and merchant too. Feel free to ask him if you need to buy something. We need soldiers, not heroes. Without help, we won't last long on this ridge. Still, any help is something. Will you lend a hand? Our commander and his Ariad rushed ahead to Shadow Pass, and the enemy moved in to divide us. Most of us left behind are dead, and the wounded might as well be. Each Tuatha attack is bigger, more brutal than the last. We need fresh sword arms, lots of them. Thank you. Without you, we could not... No! That's a Tuatha now! Come! Goodbye. should give you a taste of what we've been up against. To Arthur see this camp as sacrilege. Thank you for your help. The tales of your courage are true. Trav pushed through it, along with Camp Moondown, without a look back. Once the Ariad surged ahead, Moondown was left vulnerable and Tuatha attacked our camp. That I don't know. Fate has thrown so much hardship our way. Tuatha took our healer. The weaponsmith ran off. The mercenaries deserted us when the gold ran out. They're camped on the land bridge to the south, but they're not going anywhere while the Tuatha hold Shadow Pass. If you rescue Colm, our injured could fight again, and we might stand a chance. Raiders seized him 2 nights ago. It was dark, but I'm certain I saw them head to Glass Pillar Caves. His name is Colm, added to our outfit in Melsenshire after our previous healer was, I'll spare you the details. Somewhere in the depths of Glass Pillar Caves, a cavern to the east, off the Cluricon Road. Goodbye.
Hello. Hello, mortal. I am the Knave of Pride. Wait a moment. The hero of Melsenshire. Here to offer your services. You have impeccable timing. I have some Bulgans that need to be disposed of. I was sent to Camp Moondown to help assess the situation. There are greater things at stake. I'm just looking to move on by completing these menial tasks, or having someone complete them for me. I hear she has little experience, but I have better things to do than chat with or about those beneath me. They're everywhere. Big red faces. The stuff of nightmares. The Bulgan masters use them as foot soldiers when they can. They compel the Bulgan to fight. If you're in the mood, locate these Bulgan masters. Shouldn't be too difficult for the hero of Melsenshire. Well, get to work then, hero. And come see me once you've thwarted the threat. They're a special breed of mage. Real nasty. The Bulgan masters control the Bulgans. Hence the name. Not sure, but they're about. Always seem to turn up whenever we are desperately clinging to life. It's a lovely arrangement. Goodbye.
With horror's screams and ghostly face, we leave blood in a graven place. The forest black and nighttime sky, the blood that pours forth from your eye. A feast for maggots, craven all, that eat the dying when they fall. Instead of vibrant fighting flesh that fights the barghest and the thresh, that knows the plight of Seelie Fae, you who walked the Niralin's way, and reckon fates of mortal dust, and keep an oath or break a trust. We hunger for your corpse once more, to hear your cries and anguished roar.
Go! Get out of here! It's a trap! My gods, the hero of Melsenshir. I'm so sorry to have led you into that trap. I had no choice. They threatened to torture me. Forgive me. I've been wounded. Don't have the strength to care for myself. Camp was already set up when I arrived. Bad as it was when I got there, it's worse now. She's more honorable than most. All Dogelfar lust for power, but she seems immune to its influence. No offense, of course. I was assigned to Captain Canwin to replace her previous healer. I was captured by the Tuatha and brought down here. They knew if they took someone important enough, rescue would come. Since Moondown hasn't broken yet, they figured drawing away the remaining soldiers would weaken Canwin's defenses. You're here, so I guess it was a good plan. If I'm going to get back to camp, I'll need a powerful healing potion. Do you happen to have one on you? That feels better. It will be a while before the full effects take hold, but the potion did its work. If you escort me to the exit, I'll meet you back at Camp Moondown. Move fast. I'm proof of what happens to those traveling alone. Goodbye. Hello. Hello. Thanks for all your help. I have my reasons for fighting. Let's just say that the victors in this war will rule from an unassailable seat. The Dogglfar are ready to rule these lands, and if no one's paying attention, they'll seize it. Goodbye.
Hello. We don't fight for free. It isn't right. Yeah? Damn, Alpha. They shouldn't expect us to fight for them if they can't pay. We don't fight for free. It isn't right.
Hi there, hero. Can I help? Thanks to you, things are improving at the camp. We are better prepared for the next Tuatha raid. She lacks faith in herself, but she's the reason we're still alive. Anyone else would have left Moondown by now. Not Captain Kenwyn. She'll survive this war and be recognized for her courage. I'll see to that.
Colm is back? Great news! A healer will patch our wounds, but we'll need our weaponsmith too. I don't suppose you'd agree to help us again? Anella is a curious sort, impetuous, full of wild ideas, better suited to the Scholia Arcana than the army. She talked a lot about the Whispering Caves, so that's a good place to start. In the middle of all this, the fool goes on an expedition in Whispering Caves. Goodbye. Colm is back? Great news! A healer will patch our wounds, but we'll need our weaponsmith too. I don't suppose you'd agree to help us again? Anella is a curious sort, impetuous, full of wild ideas, better suited to the Scholia Arcana than the army. She talked a lot about the Whispering Caves, so that's a good place to start. In the middle of all this, the fool goes on an expedition in Whispering Caves. Goodbye. What?
Fool. I was counting on the Tuatha guards to lead me to the staff once I got out of here. Now I'll have to consult the grimoire and retrace my steps. Thanks for nothing. I've devoted my life to becoming the greatest summoner since Arba. If we Dokkalfar are going to stay one step ahead of the humans, knowledge will be the difference. None could rival him, in life or death. His power was so great, even the gods feared him. With his staff, I shall be his rightful heir, the Summoner Supreme. Colm made it back to the camp. If he's returned, the camp will need services as well. You help me, and I might be inclined to help Camp Moondown in return. She just wants her weaponsmith back. The captain doesn't realize I didn't enlist to sharpen swords. I joined so I could come here. It's a staff crafted by the brilliant Dokkalfar mage, Arba. According to his writings, he imbued it with great summoning powers in Prismeer. Come, I'll show you. Constantly under attack from the Tuatha, it's not very hospitable. They guard the breath of Arba. Up ahead, I nearly determined its resting place when you blundered in here and killed the Tuatha guards. Thank you, I suppose, for getting the staff back from those Tuatha. No point in keeping it for yourself. It'll only work for one such as me who can understand its whispers. Escort me to the exit where it is safe, and you can give me the staff there. What?
You found the weaponsmith? Alive? I must admit I'm shocked. And she brings with her a powerful magic? Such aid is more than welcome. And well timed. The Tuatha are on the move. Goodbye. Quick, to the defenses. Hello.
I am delighted to have the help of a hero, even a mortal one. Goodbye.
Thanks to you, we might actually live to see reinforcements arrive. I only hope our forces in Shadow Pass are faring as well. You could bring back the mercenaries. We hired them when reinforcements didn't come, but they've abandoned us. We'll need them if we are to hold a bit longer. Are you up to the task? We couldn't afford their fee anymore, simple as that. They meant to desert us, but didn't get far before the Tuatha pushed them back. They made camp up on the overlook. You'll have to deal with their leader, Gorham Kane. They have a temporary camp on the natural bridge to the south. They plan to depart Alabastra soon. Goodbye.
What?
We don't fight for free. It isn't right. Hey!
I don't need no more stragglers trying me for a penny. I've got nothing and wouldn't share it if I did. Damn parasites. High Fulgen's no place for the likes of you. It's a mass grave. They just don't know it yet. Between you and I, if Camwen could have paid, I'd have gladly ordered my men to stay and fight. I'm not made of stone, but being a hired sword means you can't fight every battle that inspires you. Her persistence is honourable, even if her hope is in vain. But honour doesn't pay for our meals, our repairs, our passage across the sea. War is about survival. Honour has no place on this battlefield. I spent the first few years of the Crystal War as a soldier, but it didn't pay so well, so I fashioned a better deal. Damn me if you want, I'm alive, aren't I? There are few more important locations in this struggle. The Tuatha wish to keep us out of Alabastra, and they will shove us back into Cluricon if they can. We came out here to find work with Desiderius Trav. Word is, Trav's not stingy with the coin. He is commanding officer of a group of Alpha scouts and assassins. Captain Trav tends to do things instinctively. Great man, but difficult to work for. But pay is pay and gold is gold, so who gives a damn, right? Because I don't lift a finger without getting paid. Without a contract, I'm just another soldier waiting for his turn to die. My lot's able to hack through a bunch of Tuatha to get to Shadow Pass, except for those watchtowers firing on us. If you want a bit more of our time in Moondown, you burn those towers for us. I'll even provide what's left of our fire. You started a campfire before, haven't you? Just light the tinder and let nature do its work. The towers line the pass behind you. Goodbye.
Hello. Hello.
I've never seen such a beautiful sight. That should be show enough to send them scurrying back to Shadow Pass. I reckon that's earned our help for a spell. You know, you should consider joining us after this is all over. This camp is fortunate to have the mercenaries. Perhaps our purses will get a bit weightier from this fortune as well. Goodbye.
Hey!
Hello? Thank you for restoring Camp Moondown and helping us repel the Tuatha. There is one last challenge ahead. I am no great leader. I can't offer the inspiration my soldiers need, but the Siegebreaker can. Speak to them, inspire them to greatness, and we just might survive. Yes, if you could speak to the troops, it would fan the fires that burn deep in their hearts. They trust you, hero. Lead them. A necessary evil. Run-of-the-mill mercenaries. None more than a step above criminals. The leader, Gorham Kane's, a harsh man. Probably for good reason. Goodbye. Bye.
Hello.
What?
Hello.
What?
I cannot thank you enough. Be safe in your travels and remember, you will always have friends at Camp Moondown. We are much obliged.
You have returned. No Bolgan tough enough to best the hero, eh? Ah, thank you, mortal. High Fulgen will be a bit safer now, thanks to you.
Let us have pace. Finish this. Mortal in my path. I'm going to cut you.
Agarth wanted me to keep an eye on Lady Shear, but you and I need to have a talk first. I've been reviewing my notes of our last trip to Alabastra, and I've come to some startling conclusions about your death and Tiernock. I don't know exactly, but it must have been a tremendously powerful source of magic. So powerful that the Well of Souls couldn't help but pick up on it. You were attuned to the well in my lab, but Hugh's well captured your essence. The power in Bale seems to have been the missing element. What's more, I think that power is the source of the Prismere crystals. Something intelligent and malignant. The creature the Tuatha called Tirnoch. Something incredibly powerful. I don't know if we even have a name for what she is, because no one's lived to name it. She's not a god. She's something much, much worse. And judging by the growth of this Prismere, she's very close to coming into our world for good. Whatever Gadflow's been doing, it's all in order to bring her here. So you've got to stop him before it's too late. Tirnoch isn't a god. No god has ever commanded that much magic directly. Whatever she is, she must be amazingly powerful. I can see why Gadflow would worship her. Imagine controlling that much raw magic. With tremendous difficulty. Even so, there weren't as many Tuatha here, and we used magic to keep us hidden. Magic which you provided, in fact. You never did explain where you got those fascinating little artifacts.
And he named it Prismere. It grows far beneath the Anathem. It pierces the world, and the blood that flows from these wounds feeds Gadflow's hungry mind. These crystals, this Prismere, whispered to him promises of power, of godhood. It corrupted his nature. The seeds of a blizzard sprouted in the form of a beautiful crystal. It was a gift from her, ere we knew our doom was at hand.
Ventrinio insists on coming with me. Just as well. Someone should keep an eye on him. No telling where his true loyalties lie, or what he might do. I was going to sneak there by myself, but Ventrinio insists on following me. Don't worry, I'll make sure he's safe. Very noble. But we need to stay separate in order to avoid drawing too much attention. The gnome is more than enough for me to deal with. I'll see you soon enough. Don't worry. I'll see you in Alabastra.
By Lyria, it was you who stood against Baelor when Telera fell. Fortune favors me today. I am commander of the Ariad. Do you bring word of my reinforcements? I was a scout under Telera's command when Baelor was first unleashed upon us. I witnessed with these eyes what that beast did to our people. For what you have done, friend, you'll never have to buy your own ale. When the Ariad chose me, I'd lost everything. My friends, my family, all consumed by war. We trained for years, preparing to take the battle to the Tuatha. Then our moment arrived, and in an instant, only I remained. Even if it means my last breath, I will see the Tuatha burn. We are called the eyes and ears of the Alfar, but the Ariad is more than that. We are the sword in the dark, the whisper of death. We serve Lyria and all her children. My men trained for years to be unleashed upon the Tuatha. Now, only I remain. I swear, before I too have fallen, winter will burn. Even after the Baelor was unleashed, I believed in Telera. She was the great general. I thought she would, in time, return from exile with our salvation. And so she did. Oh, to have been there, at her side, when she struck the demon down. The ash covering the ground ahead is all that remains of my men. All fallen in our assault on that pass. The Tuatha have built a gauntlet of spell-casting sentries who greeted our every advance with fire. Who says I am? Who says you are? This is Shadow Pass, youngling. Maybe we're all dead but don't know it yet. But I swear, whether I am dead or not, my spear will taste the blood of those arrogant bastards high on the rock. I will make them pay the butcher's bill for what they've done. It's just, these Tuatha wage war like none I've known. Magical fires burning my men to a cinder with a word. But if you're brave enough to challenge them, we may have a chance. They're using the terrain against us, flanking the paths from above with sorcerers. If you can neutralize these sentries, I will charge the approach myself. Together, we might be able to break their lines. The pass ahead is defended by a sorcerer on the overlook. See if you can find a path to his position and attack him from behind. If you can do this, I'll bring steel to the Tuatha line. Until later, then. It has begun, but we must press on lest the Tuatha secure the high ground. There are more sentries ahead. Each must be killed before we can advance. Well done so far. The next pass might be trickier. There are 2 sorcerers overlooking the path. Once you've felled them both, I will charge the lines myself. Until later, then.
The skulls atop high fulgen shine, and coldly gleam in a precise line. For us who chew on hollowed bones, while alive we wail vapid moans. It's delight for us to feed, to feast, we the winter of the east. We the corpses in putrid bloom, we of decay and twilight gloom. Will never halt our hungered wait, till spilled blood is on our plate. So come into our lands at night, and see an endless...
Got myself a little tied up here. And is it a trick of the eye, or are these crystals growing? Just got myself tied up in some trouble with the locals. Nothing I can't handle. Honestly, I haven't had this much fun in decades. The cur's the closest thing vengeance has to a leader anymore. A Fae so consumed with hatred that he's little more than a beast. If you're going to get into Baal, the cur has to die. Not on your life.
This old man can still take care of himself, you know. But I will take just a moment to catch my breath. Stupid old lungs. Keep going. I'll meet you at vengeance.